So it looks like there's a lot of interesting horror movies coming out in 2018. So I put together a top 10 list for you guys. Let's do this. What's up, guys? Welcome to another top 10 list. 2018 has some promising looking horror films. Been getting a lot of requests to put out this type of list, so here we are. I'm gonna do it for you guys. Also, before the end of this video, probably before my number one pick, which you can probably guess if you know my channel, I'll be doing the rest of all those Twitter shoutouts. I had like over 60 people requesting shoutouts on Twitter. All I ask is that you hit that like button and you get the shout out. I did, I believe, 17 of them in this video right here, my top 10 worst movies of 2017. Yeah, thank you so much for that, guys. Really appreciate all the support you guys give me on my channel. Also, wanted to give a happy birthday to John White. His birthday was a few days ago, and I told him I'd give him a happy birthday on my channel. And so here, that's what I'm doing. Happy birthday, John. And also, I just did a trailer reaction for the movie Truth or Dare to decide if that would be on this list, to give you guys kind of a little sneak peek into the list. And the word is no. The movie, it looks okay. I might go see it, but it didn't make the top 10. And oh, by the way, I am going to see Insidious 4 this weekend, probably tomorrow. But right now, that's not on my list. It could be good. The last couple of Insidious movies, I thought they were only okay, but I thought there were some more interesting movies. So anyway, number 10 is going to be Before I Wake. This is a movie that I think I saw the trailer for this movie like quite a few months ago, actually. I don't know if it got shelved for a while and then they're finally putting it out. Thomas Jane is in it along with Kate Bosworth. My first reaction to this trailer was I thought it looked kind of typical, but then I saw who's directing it. Mike Flanagan. I call him the franchise saver because he did save the Ouija franchise as far as I'm concerned. Ouija Origin of Evil was really good, I thought. He also directed Hush, which is a phenomenal home invasion film. So yeah, I trust in Mike Flanagan. He has proven himself as a horror director to watch today. As far as the premise, from the trailer, it looks like the family, they have 2 children and one of them died. And so the other one is kind of channeling the dead child. I could be wrong on that, but it looks like every time this kid has dreams, really bad things happen. So not the biggest fan of the plot. Could be great, but like I said, Mike Flanagan. So number 10. Number 9 is going to be Hold the Dark, directed by the Spierig brothers, who also directed Predestination. Funny enough, Predestination was my very first review back in January of 2015. I was horrible. I was completely nervous, but I got through it. So anybody thinking about starting a YouTube channel, look at that first video and you'll see that if I can do this, anybody can. But the Spierig brothers are part of the reason why I'm curious about this, because they are really ambitious storytellers. And this one takes place in the wilderness. It's about these children that go missing, and it's suspected that they were eaten by wolves. And so there's this other child in this family and they're looking for the child. So they hire this writer to go in and save the child. I like movies, about the wilderness and about wolves and stuff like that. They make for interesting horror movies. I like horror movies that are set outside of the house sometimes, set in other locations like the wilderness. Sounds interesting to me. Number 8 is going to be God Particle. This is rumored to be the 3rd Cloverfield movie. I did not do any research on this movie because with Cloverfield, you really want to go in knowing nothing. And so I don't know anything about the God Particle. All I know is that it's a Cloverfield movie. I loved 10 Cloverfield Lane. That was great. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was great in that. The first one is really interesting. Loved the big giant Cloverfield creature in that one. So wondering how this one will tie into that whole world. Number 7 is going to be Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman. Directed by Alex Garland, who directed Ex Machina. And there's your big reason why I want to see this one. Alex Garland is a fantastic director as well as a writer. He wrote 28 Days Later. There is a script that he wrote for 28 Months Later. I put out an update on that, I think some 2 years ago. And we still don't have an update on that. I get constant comments on that saying, when are we going to hear anything? I don't know, guys. For some reason, there is nothing. I wish to God they would get this thing off the ground because I love the first 2 28 movies. But Annihilation looks really interesting. And it's about this environmental disaster zone and all these soldiers go in and they get killed. And so Natalie Portman's character Her husband goes missing, so she goes into the wilderness to try to find him and find out what the hell's going on in this disaster zone. Number 6 is The Nun. I'm a big fan of the Conjuring series, and I really liked the second Annabelle. But in The Conjuring 2, we saw our first glimpse of the nun, and that was one of the freakiest things about this movie. And just to give a quick shout out to a co-worker of mine, actually, Tanya Nicole. She's really looking forward to this movie, The Nun. And I am too, Tanya. This is going to be interesting. But this story is about the nun after her death, and I guess how she becomes, you know, this demonic figure, the nun, and this priest is supposed to go in there and figure out the mystery of her death. Number 5 is going to be The Predator. First off, the first Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, is one of the greatest sci-fi action films ever. I watch it constantly, at least a couple times a year probably. I own every version of it on Blu-ray, and they have never managed to put out another Predator movie near as good as that one. Nor do I expect this one to be as good. But it is directed by Shane Black. It's not supposed to be a sequel. It's not supposed to be a remake. But whatever it is, I have faith in Shane Black. He is a fantastic director. Fantastic writer, even more so. So I think that alone is going to make this one an interesting movie. Plus, I'm really curious to see what they can do with the Predator creature that they haven't done, if anything. Number 4 is going to be The New Mutants. I never thought I'd be putting a comic book film in a horror countdown, but The New Mutants looks like a horror movie. It really does. The trailer is so interesting. And I love that the 20th Century Fox put faith in a horror comic book film. And you can't blame them. I mean, they've done everything with the X-Men franchise, so why not, you know, venture out and try something different? And this could make for a really interesting horror film, because it could be the birth of maybe more horror comic book films, like maybe Venom, which I think is supposed to come out this year too. I didn't put that on the countdown because it's not like supposed to be a horror film, or at least I don't think it is, even though Venom is a pretty scary looking creature. Number 3 is a big surprise to me, A Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski from The Office. This looks fantastic. It really does. The trailer immediately caught my attention. It really made me think of It Comes at Night. But I love the story. It's a setting where you can't make a sound because there's these creatures, I guess, in the woods, or at least I think, or whatever they are. But if they hear sound, then they come attacking. And when I first saw this trailer, I thought it involved deaf people, but no, it's not that at all. This might be one of the most suspenseful films of the year, and it is surprising that John Krasinski is directing a horror film. I'd never expected that, but he's definitely got my attention. It's in my top 3. Number 2 is going to be The Strangers Prey at Night. I love the first Strangers. I think it is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, home invasion film ever. It really set the benchmark for what a home invasion movie should be. And it was so simple, yet so terrifying. And everybody can relate to that premise of just being home alone, out in the middle of nowhere, and then the antagonist wants to toy with the victim before they get to them. And that is just chilling as hell. And I think that's one reason why the original Halloween was so effective, is because Michael Myers liked to toy with his victims before he eventually got them. And I know I've stepped over into number 1 territory, no surprise to you, but yeah, Strangers 2 looks really good. Can't wait to see this one, actually. Takes place in a mobile home park, which could make for a very scary setting. And I like that this one steps outside of the house and goes mobile here and there, or at least I think it does. But yeah, this one looks fantastic. What's up, guys? My battery died on my camera, so I'm using my phone here just because I wanted to read those Twitter shoutouts. So anyway, here we go. Twitter shoutouts. I got Brand Jordan H, Rob Gall, Ryan O'Toole, Dove's Movie Reviews, William Talman, The Law Gnome, what's up, Steve? Brian Ramirez, Mark Barrera, Freezing Nat, The Late Horror Show, Dino, Gord, the movie God, James Lowen, Anthony Treza, Barnabas, Stephen Perez, Nicholas Mullins, Ryan Jacob, what's up, Ryan? Sir Quijibo, I hope I said that right. Let me know in the comments. Matt Angel, James Kipling, Timothy is all in. Awesome, Timothy. Dr. Movie 91, Daniel O. Austin Santos, Sean Harrington, Theo's Movie Reviews, Eddie Molina, Anthony Jeekins, and Durban from Durbania. Guys, I think that's all of them. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the likes. And no surprise here, my number one is, I can't believe this is happening. We're getting a new Halloween movie this year, October 19th, which is the birthday of Michael Myers, I think. I've put out so many updates on this movie. I don't think I can say anymore, but all I can say is that the thought of having original OG Myers back on the big screen since 2002 Resurrection, which was a horrible movie, it's so exciting. John Carpenter's behind this. Jamie Lee Curtis is in this. Nick Castle's coming back. Are you excited yet, people? I think it's going to be huge. I really do. Danny McBride wants to make this one of the most terrifying Halloween films ever, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm literally going to be shaking when I'm sitting in the theater waiting for this movie to come on. When I first hear the iconic Halloween theme on the big screen again. And the Rob Zombie movies, I like them, but to me, they felt removed from the true Michael Myers cinematic experience, if you know what I mean. When I go back and watch the original Halloween on the big screen, I've done it a couple times in the past few years, there's just something so cool about seeing Myers on the big screen. And in the sequels, actually. I've seen all the Halloween movies in the theaters except for the original Halloween 2 and 3. For me, as a Halloween fan, nothing beats that experience. It's the most amazing thing ever, and I can't wait. Halloween 2018. Oh, please let this thing happen. But anyway, guys, post in the comments which horror movies you're looking forward to the most. Will 2018 be as good of a year for horror as 2017? I don't know. I mean, 2017 was really good, but I'm looking forward to what comes. Anyway, guys, make sure you come over to Killer Flicks, become a member, where we talk horror all day and every day. On Fridays, we do Free For All Fridays. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and now Stardust, where I do my 30-second reviews before I do the full-length reviews. It's a great app. Be sure to check out Stardust. You can get on the app right after you see a movie and say, hey, I just saw this movie. I like this, this, and this. This was awesome. And then share it with everybody. It's awesome. Comment, like, all that stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.